Recorders on.
I was like, I guess I'll keep my volume down to 20%. Last music.
Everything I feel. And everything I feel, my brain's like, nah, it's not real, but it feels real.
That's how it's done.
The master.
That's how it's done right there.
What up, gang?
Yo,
Sorry, y'all
gang.
can't cancel me.
Damn, dude. Can't cancel you?
No, I said you can go ahead and
You
cancel.
can go ahead and cancel me. I don't even fucking care. I literally don't even fucking care. You can go cancel me. Why now?
Cancel me all you fucking want. All right, everybody, what's going on? What's going on?
Fresh off Schizo Hour for the first episode. Just kind of talking our shit. Reminiscing, vibing. But now, folks, it's time we lock in a little bit. We get a little serious.
Yeah, last episode was for the culture.
Strictly for the culture. It's been real oppy outside.
Culture
we had
moments.
It's been real oppy outside, so we had to let motherfuckers know, we
Facts.
still out here.
Walking
Doing our
around
shit.
with our umbrellas,
Mm-hmm.
op resistant umbrellas.
Mm-hmm. It's raining ops and
It's raining ops.
it's raining ops out there.
That's
I was
news.
trying to come up with like a cats and dogs thing, but
So I was at the movie yesterday.
mm-hmm.
When I saw the new Beetlejuice.
How was it, by the way?
It was pretty good. I mean, if
How
you're
about ya?
not okay, I'm gonna say if you're not a Beetlejuice fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean like,
If you don't fuck with the first movie,
yeah, if you're like kind of on like the fritz, or you're like, yeah, I kind of like Beetlejuice, not so much. I wouldn't watch it.
there's people who don't like Tim Burton movies. Like they don't like Edward Scissorhands. They don't like any of like his animated stuff.
Yeah. I'd say if you don't like that, don't go see it. But I thought it was really good.
Which is
for a
crazy.
Beetlejuice fan.
Did it have that like? I don't want to ask too many questions. I'm gonna go see it next weekend. But did it have that atmosphere that Tim Burton movies have, where it feels like empty, like that like
Honestly, no.
Isolated.
it kind of feels like pulled, like the camera should be like a few feet closer than it actually. Does that make sense when I say it like that? Like
Yeah.
there's space.
Yes, because that's what it is in the first Beetlejuice. There's like this like weird like
Just the
blank.
house on the hill. There's nothing around.
Yeah, it just feels
Just-
blank. And they still have the same original scenes, or not scenes, but like
like the backgrounds and stuff, like the whole town.
settings. Yeah, it's still
Mhm.
like the same settings and stuff, but it's definitely modernized. It feels a little more fulfilling,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, in that aspect.
Interesting.
He still does a lot of the same animations and shit, where like the eyes bulging
Yeah.
out and stuff. Like,
Now I
Yeah.
know why you saw it. Jenna Ortega's in it.
oh yeah, she's got a lot of screen time in there.
Really?
Someone just said
Oh,
something
yeah.
to us about this. Who was it? Oh, the
She's-
plumber. The
she's-
plumber.
Yeah.
All right, this plumber came up and he said, I don't even know how he got into the conversation, but we're walking like in our hallway. Keep in mind, we're in like a secluded room with him where he's calling us like cocksuckers. And like he's like, when's Tim leaving for gay New York? Like he's just like trying to like lay it on heavy in that moment. And we're like walking.
That's him normally.
That's
by the
him.
way.
Yeah. So we're
That's
walking
funny.
through like the open building. There's patients. We're walking past the gym with probably at that point in time, probably 15 people. He's like, yeah, I took my kids to go see Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice. He's like, it was all right. He's like, I like the old one. He's like, if you're into hot little Latina girls, it has that Jenna Ortega in it. But just the way he's like, the deliver was not there. Like, I'm trying to think of like a character to like, he like looks like Eeyore. Like he looks like he's perpetually frowning and he talks like this. So like when he's like talking to us, he's like, yeah, and if you're into hot little Latina girls, that Jenna Ortega's in it. And we're like,
Yeah.
all right, dude.
She's got more screen time than Beetlejuice.
It did not come off.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come off like
humorous.
funny. No, it was like
That's
It
funny.
was creepy,
freaky.
and
It came off freaky.
creepy
Yeah.
and freaky. All right.
Probably would have made me laugh.
Check his hard drive.
Check his hard drive. Oh my god, that reminds me. Never mind. I can't even talk on air about that.
How you gonna come on?
Dude,
Think for 2 seconds if you can talk about. There's no way you could say something like that and then instantly be like, I
Okay.
can't. Just think if you can block it out enough.
the thumb drive in high school with the audio files. and
My
the-
story.
yeah.
Are you talking about the thumb drive I found that was a student's?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
With the audio
Okay.
files.
I'll get into this real quick.
Okay. That's what.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't
Straight
think
what it
I've-
reminded me
Yeah.
of. My mind went.
Well, if that's what initially popped out to you, then what I'm going to bring up immediately after is going to blow your mind all over again. Because there's a second. They're not connected, but like these share two very similar occurrences. So, I was taking computer programming at the time, and some kid left his thumb drive in the computer that I sat down at from the previous hour, I believe.
Something like that.
And I was loosely familiar with this kid. I don't know how to describe him, but like he was like those kids that are like huge. Like I'm talking like 6'3", 280 in like high school. They're
Yeah.
always like sweaty. They always got like the mustache.
He was a Sigma before.
Either
was-
Sigmas were
they're
cool.
either a
I
nerd
don't-
or a
Just
linebacker.
saying.
I don't want to like be mean in terms of like this kid was never like. Do you know him?
No.
Do you even can you even think of him?
No.
Exact no.
I know he was Hispanic.
Yeah, he was a big sweaty kid. He was
Yeah.
just like one of those kids
Yeah.
in high school. You know, he always wore like big t-shirts, basketball shorts. Like he was a really nice kid too. Like he wasn't like
was,
I've
yeah, he
never
was
seen
nice.
it. He might have been on the spectrum to a certain extent
Maybe.
too.
Quiet, nerdy kid.
Actually, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
on the
he was
spectrum.
well. He
Giant.
was loud. Like,
He was very loud.
but he
So-
was
he was, like,
jolly. he was
obnoxious.
jolly.
This
He
is
was-
your Jacob Medina?
maybe. Damn, his legal name like that.
I already said his name.
He was
Why
friends
did
with
I-
Eric from engineering.
Yeah,
with the long
yes,
fingernails.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So he left his thumb drive, or at least I didn't know it was his. I'm trying to figure out how I found out it was his drive. There was something on there that a homework assignment.
Oh yeah.
There
with
was a
his name
homework
on it.
assignment with his name on it saved to the thumb drive. So I took it home because I was like, hell yeah. It was like a 32 gigabyte drive. I was like, I could use this. Like I got some use for this. I'll take it, whatever. I didn't know whose it was either. Like I just thought someone left it. I mean, maybe I would have still took it if I still knew it was his. But regardless, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know whose it was, what it was doing. I just thought it was like a
You
thumb
were
drive.
snagging whatever you could.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. As an adolescent kid.
That's the
should.
thumb drive. That's the thumb drive I gave Gavin his Windows repository on too, because I did format this drive because I didn't want to keep it.
Right.
So I get home and I open it up on my computer at home, and because I had opened it in class and I saw the homework assignment, and there was a bunch of folders in it, so I didn't really look through. So I get home, I crack into it. I'm starting to read through it. I go through it, I'm like, oh yeah, the homework assignments, blah blah blah, and I see he has like a bunch of different folders like labeled kind of randomly, like. I think he was, I don't want to say he was into like My Little Pony type shit. Like he wasn't into MLP stuff, but he was into like something to that extent, like a weird little fandom, like a
He's
weird
definitely.
little-
What do they call him?
an otaku. I was making sure I was recording. I didn't even verify, but it is.
Fucking. Oh, a weeboo.
He was a weeboo, yeah,
Yeah.
an otaku, like an American person who's like really into Japanese culture. So he was into stuff like that. He had like pictures from like games, like screenshots or like assets. I don't know, character models. I don't even know why you had that. I'm going to assume for the holiest of reasons. It gets worse. He had like music, and I think it was like music that he was ripping from like he was listening to like OSTs. You know what I mean, like soundtracks,
Yeah.
like music from like video games, music from anime. Like there was not a song by a band I could recognize like in that folder. And then he had like these like he had like this other folder, and I don't remember what it was labeled. I wish I could remember. But I click it, and there was screenshots of girls on Facebook. Like, he didn't even like save the photo directly to his. He like took like a computer
of the
screenshot
post.
of like a post of photos on Facebook, and then he had like sex audio. He had like
Yeah.
like hentai audio.
Yeah,
Not
hen-
even video, just like
hentai
sound.
audio.
Just hentai sound. Like 6-minute files of like Japanese moaning. Yeah, like talking, like full talking. Like it had to have been like ripped from like hentai directly. Like it wasn't made just as audio, because I know there's some
Probably-
freaky ahs out there who be
Probably
listening to
thought
just
he was
audio.
downloading the whole thing.
I don't. Either way, there was like a few of them though, and they were all MP3 files. So like that was like someone intentionally made it audio only, is what I'm saying. But I found that weird thumb drive. I in the second I found like the weird shit on it, I stopped, because I was like, I don't even want to like stumble upon any more things on this thumb drive. I couldn't
Next thing you know,
bring
you're gonna see
myself
his
to keep.
dick.
I couldn't bring myself to keep digging through this thumb drive.
Damn, you should have called me over. I would have dug through everything.
No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
He
it.
did show me.
No, this was like, I did show you some of the stuff, right?
You showed me the audio files.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think because I think I dropped Gavin off at his house and we plugged it into his computer and I showed it to him. I was like, "You got to see this," and then I formatted it. But that story reminds me, because in that same computer class, that same computer programming class, I was in there, because so I had taken computer programming. I did that as a class. And then the next semester, I was a TA for the office, for like the school office. So I could like run around and do stuff. Like I would run around, like bring notes to people and like organize files for the office ladies, and just do like, once you like were done, once you were there for a few weeks, you kind of caught up with everything. And they would have you run like 2 passes, and they'd be like, you just sit and do homework for the time being. And I would like make an excuse to go to the computer programming class to like do homework there, because I needed a computer. In reality, like the teacher just let me like come and chill and do nothing for an hour. And then that's actually how I met Gavin. Gavin was in that class. So I'm in there one time and I realized like Gavin is in this classroom with me, like while this is happening. So this teacher, he was a character. Me and Gavin have had a fair few encounters with this teacher. I was cool with him, and I thought he was like, somewhat cool. He let me come to his class and fuck around for an hour every day. So
I don't think I was that cool with him.
Gavin was in fact not that cool with him.
I don't think he liked me that much.
Yeah, so it was, and dude, this teacher was interesting. He was a huge like Trump hater. Like in high school, like as a teacher, he hated Donald Trump. Like always had something to say about it, type shit. Which was weird to me. That threw me off in high school, because I'm like, I'm a high schooler.
That's weird, because I do remember realizing that he was hella blue.
Yeah, and my thing, like as a high schooler, like I just realized like it's weird that an adult wants to like talk politics with me.
Honestly,
Like it's just weird.
especially
Like
in a classroom setting.
like you're smarter than me, so like you're using your position above me to like try and like sell me something, and I'm not listening.
Right.
And I wasn't even like a Trump guy. Like I wasn't. I think I was. I didn't care about
made you
politics.
More of a Trump guy?
It didn't make me more of like, because I've never really like I didn't care that he won in 2016. I was in high school. I didn't fucking care. Like it was honestly, it was more so like hell yeah, because I like loved like coming to school that Monday and like seeing people cry and like be pussies about it, and like we do a little trolling. I was strictly for the trolling. I thought that's all I cared about.
What's
just
funny
needed
is
to
I don't
laugh.
even remember this. It did not affect me.
We watched his like when they do the parade and he gets like sworn in like formally.
Yeah.
We watched that in the engineering class.
Really?
He put it on for us, and he's
Oh my
like,
God.
I don't care if you think the guy's good. I don't care if you think the guy's bad. This is history. We're watching it. I was like, hey, bro, that's the
Amen.
best way to frame it.
All right.
He literally, that's how he started. He said, I
That's
don't
right.
care. He's like, I'm putting it on in the background. You guys can work. You guys can watch it. We're just going to take it as a free day. He's like, this is just, I do this every time. So, but anyways, back to this teacher. So I was there hanging out in the classroom one day, and he was getting ready to get rid of a laptop he owned. And he asked me if I could like go through and like, he wanted me to, something with the drivers. I don't remember why. I don't know why he would. I think the situation was he wanted me to go through and make sure like he could update to Windows. It was kind of like a project too, because like I told him I was like wanting to get an IT. I wanted to understand like computers better. So he's like, yeah, if you go through here and like you can check this info out for me. Let me know what this is looking like. So I think he wanted to upgrade to Windows 10
Oh, okay, like
from
compatibility.
Windows 7 to Windows 10. He wanted to make sure his
Oh,
laptop
okay,
was
okay.
completely compatible.
Okay.
So, and he was just having me do it because I was asking him questions about it. So I'm like going through his laptop, and I don't want to say I was like snooping through his files, but I was like in his like Explorer, like I was like in his file Explorer, and I was just like skimming. He has so much shit, and he's a computer programming guy. He obviously has like. He labels everything. Everything had like a pretty decent sized label. It was just words, and I'm going through like just browsing around trying to find like where driver stuff is, and then it's like reading like boom, like it's as I'm scrolling, I catch it like as it's going up the screen past me. I read the phrase bang bus. I couldn't believe it. I could not actually believe it. So whoa. Let me, and I like go back up, and I click on the file once till I get like the full pop out of the name. Dog, it was like a lengthy ass name. Like it was like a full on, like it was a fucking Pornhub title. It was like Brazzers exclusive bang bus. Pog takes on like 3 BBCs or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. And I couldn't believe it. I still couldn't believe it. So I muted the volume on his laptop. I turned it because I was sitting next to him. I was like 3 feet away to his left. I like turned the laptop away from him, and I hit play on the file, and it fucking opens up to the Bang Bus intro. And I was like, that's all I needed to see, boys. We got him.
We got him.
We got him. And I was like sitting there for a few seconds, and I was like contemplating, like, should I pull my phone out and take a picture of this? But I was like, there's no way. Like, that would be very risky. And I was like, I think if I just tell this story, like, it would be totally. I think my word is bond. You know.
Oh
what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, if you
I was
had a
like
semester with him,
I was
you'd
like
probably believe it.
vibrating in my seat because I wanted to tell Gavin about this so bad.
I'm probably sitting like 5 feet away from
Gavin
him.
is
right
like 10 feet away, like working on like a project, and I like my hands were shaking. I was so like, it was
So
Fucking
was he ever
hilarious.
sitting there with fucking
No,
earphones in
no,
class?
Nah.
no, not at all. He was
It was strictly at home.
actually he
purposes?
was like one of these teachers. He would be on his computer at the desk. He was all the way in the back of the class because it's a computer program, so you need to see everybody's screens. There, like he's looking at our backs.
Yeah.
So like if I turn around and look at him, I can't see what's on his screen. Like his back's facing the wall. We're all facing the same way. He's
Yeah,
in the
but-
back of the class. So hold on, I'm gonna explain though. He was one of those teachers that he would leave his projector on the entire time. Like he would be like digging through stuff with his projector on all the time.
Yeah, like emails, blah blah blah.
there was
like
never like an instance where like that could have been the case. I don't think he was, and he was also like he wasn't a teacher that would go like sit for a while. Like he was up answering questions.
Yeah, he was.
looking
Yeah,
at
I
stuff.
remember he'd move
People would
around a
ask
lot.
like, "Can you test this for me? Can you check this for me?"
Yeah.
Like, because we did like game design stuff. We did like digital art,
web dev.
web dev, coding, blah 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 blah.
Was
blah,
he
blah.
married?
No,
No, single
No,
as fuck.
single as fuck.
Why would that be in a fight, dude?
He was a hella nerdy guy too.
Yeah, and he,
What
I
a
think he
strange individual.
he
dude.
owned
dude,
he
too,
owned
so-
a computer shop with his dad. They owned like a store outside. Like he had like a family business outside of him being a teacher.
Yeah.
I wonder
remember
what's
that.
on those hard drives.
Well, they just ran like an old like a Sun City store. You know what I mean? Like it's just like we fix your computers. We do it. Like I don't even think these kinds of. I'm sure these places still somewhat exist, but I don't think they're that common anymore. But like it was like a brick and mortar. You can go there. Hey, my computer's slow. Oh, we can upgrade this, or we could build you a new one. Blah blah blah. That type
That's
computer
funny.
shop.
Some funny stuff.
It's pretty wild. Also, that same class, one of my friends convinced me to join their league team.
Oh, this is a good story. Yeah. Well,
Um,
start from we had an esports organization
Yeah,
at school,
we got one. We couldn't get Counter Strike to go. I was trying so
or
hard.
Overwatch.
Or Overwatch, but they had a league team. They convinced me to join it, but I remember one time I thought I was messaging. I'll make this short so we can move on to our actual.
You gotta
topic.
explain curse though, because it's like
Dude, I don't even remember curse. That was the first time I used it.
you thought you
but
were
it's like-
whispering.
yeah. So it's like Discord, but not
He thought he was like DMing a
I thought-
specific person in the group.
Yeah, I thought I was DMing one of my friends, but I was doing the whole group chat for this whole league team. Mind you, these are all students and teachers.
And they're the types of students that join League of Legends school organizations.
Yeah, they're fucking
Nerdy
nerdy white
pussies.
knights
like
for sure. Hella white
I
knight.
know the type.
Yeah, and I was
teachers' pets. They all loved him too, by the way.
yeah, yeah. But as you guys know, I was a ginormous pothead.
Yeah, at high school, Gavin was chiefed.
Yeah, I was kind of nerdy too. You know, I've kind of fit a little bit everywhere. But I thought I was whispering my friend, but I was doing the whole group chat, and I was like, "Be right back. I'm gonna go smoke." And then I didn't cover my ass, and everybody was like, "What the?
Who sent this message?
Who sent this?
Who is-
like
who
the group
is-
chat was just blowing up.
Who is at user blah 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 blah." And then Gavin just left
got
and
kicked out.
he didn't say anything to anybody. He just stopped logging in, and
That's pretty.
it was so funny.
What? I can't smoke a cig.
I think he called me,
Not when I'm 14,
dude. What if you were running the Traeger?
Yeah, no.
What if you had to go get the Traeger kicked on?
My buddy was like, "Dude, you didn't follow up and say smoke some noobs on League," and I just like, "Dude, I don't fucking care."
That was so funny though.
That shit
is
was
so funny.
hilarious. Series of events.
Damn.
Anyway,
Yeah, so our topic, we had a little warm open there, but our topic today, I showed before we recorded the first episode, because we were going to talk about it, but we kind of just got lost in the sauce, so we decided to do 2 eps.
You say first episode like they know.
Well, we made it clear in the last episode we were going to make a second episode. Although this is probably going to be another one of those instances where this episode comes out first. And Brandon got really mad about that because he was like, "Oh, you guys said like a week later, or you guys said right in the next one, and it was a whole week later." Biggest
Sorry.
critic. Anyways, apologies. I showed the boys a YouTube video made by a YouTuber named Flesh Simulator about Reddit and how it's a psyop, and he kind of turns it into like a bigger thing though. But it's talking about. Because I had watched the video last night, and I'd seen it before, but I don't know why. I just decided to watch it again. I like watching his YouTube channel. It's a talk about what is the Air Force base called again? 2014. I'm gonna just Google it real quick. 2014 Reddit. I wonder if we can even find like a
The basis of his conversation was talking
Reddit.
about manufactured. What is it?
city manufactured consensus.
Consensus.
Wow.
Oh, and it doesn't exist.
Hold on. Air Force Base. There we go. Eglin Air Force.
Eglin Air
Force Base. Or Eglin, or however you pronounce it.
2,500 roughly.
Yeah, so has a rough population of 2,500 people in 2014. But they were found to be the most Reddit-addicted city of 2014 with about 100,000 Reddit users. But it was a military base that housed 2,500 people. So he was kind of talking about that, how that's, how weird that is. And also like the highlighted operations of that base, where it was talking about like cybersecurity and like that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Like cyber operations.
Correct.
Probably.
Probably surveillance, but they probably can't disclose that.
Yeah, and he was building into this idea of like how much manufactured consensus you see on Reddit, where you can come up to a topic, you could speak out against the topic, instantly you're going to be hit with like mass downvoting, and then you receive a reply in a minute with a full explanation of why you're wrong, sources are cited in it, all this crazy stuff. Then you get dumped on with this huge chain of like hate comments, and then all of a sudden your comment's deleted, and then the only thing left is a bunch of people that,
Mind you, this is about things that are like clearly untrue. Like,
Yeah, like
he
he-
referenced Mount Rushmore
Yeah.
being naturally made. Like, okay. Sure.
so he was talking about manufactured consensus.
Somebody
and
says that to me, they're schizo.
this clicked in my head like last
I'm
night.
crashing out.
Our last few episodes have been about how spun out we've been, that with recent political happenings, all of a sudden overnight there's this like huge manufactured consensus about Kamala Harris, and it's it's not like the Trump hate's always been there. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see like a
Also
uptick.
manufactured consensus, but we wouldn't have to get into
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like, and that I think that's like standard political. I mean, it's
Yeah.
when they're turning around to use it to garner like huge support for Kamala Harris overnight, and then all of a sudden like that's the new okay, like that's the new
Correct.
set standard.
I'm
We
sure
saw
some of you out there are wondering, like, how did Kamala get so
yeah,
big?
yeah.
so
I mean,
fast?
that's and it's crazy because I'm surrounded by people that they just it's no question to them.
just
Like
drink the
that's
Kool-Aid.
not even a consideration to them. And
Well, just think about like being social. What's the word? It's like a social outcast. You know what I mean? Like it's
a
alright-
pariah
or
being like a black sheep or like
yeah. Well, like
yeah.
people don't want to fall into that, so they just kind of fucking
they're so
jump on the
they're so
wagon.
scared of like who they could get grouped in with
right.
that they like
or being an outcast.
yeah or being an outcast that they like jump away from it
Yeah.
into
or not picking a side.
more radical ideas like that, and it's all of a sudden
Correct.
it's completely okay.
Correct.
And we've been seeing this like the ramp up of this kind of technique. I feel like we've seen it, like I said, with
We can go into COVID.
that's what I was gonna.
recently.
That's what I was gonna. When I talked about it a few episodes ago, where I said that COVID was like perfect because they got to take like the hype of sporting events and then like inject that into politics, and then it
Correct.
made politics this like year round. You're hearing about it constantly.
And at that moment too, everybody was front facing because we were trying to stay up and informed on latest COVID things that were happening. So
Yeah.
we weren't being like
Everyone
stupid and
wants
just
to.
getting our families killed. Type
Everyone
shit.
wants to watch the news so they know what's going on. They're so scared they have to watch the news because it's gonna like that's gonna be the thing that like brings them their safety and
Right,
the TV is gonna tell me what to do right
Yeah,
now.
Fauci's gonna tell me.
Yeah,
my
he was doing like
mask
those
on.
fireside chat things, like those addresses. and,
Yeah. Okay.
all that type shit. So, but yeah, this video like really struck a chord with me. It kind of spun me out before bed because I was just on YouTube like browsing around trying to find something to watch, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy. I just watched the video he did. It was very funny because he made a video about Viper, the rapper,
Oh, did he
just a
really?
few weeks ago,
Oh, okay.
and I was watching it. And I was like, this is so weird. Like me and Gavin had our first video episode we ever did. We talked about Viper at the end of that episode. That wasn't like that came out, right?
yeah.
Okay, it was released.
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, buy one get one. Buy one get one. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean,
Might have to take that down.
I don't know
eventually,
how
so stop
long
talking
that's
about
gonna
that.
be up there. If Kamala wins, dog,
Oof.
they might send the squad on us after we made that video.
It's still gonna be uploaded, but nobody's gonna be able to find it.
Yeah, we'll unlist it or something. We'll keep it up.
No, they're
with
going
links
to.
on it. Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Hey, I can't find shit on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, true. Or they just might send death squads to our door and have us
Hey, bro, I'm
have
cool
us
with that.
executed.
Let me go out with a bang.
Yeah. I got my Roomba with the C4 on it. My
That's
fucking
crazy.
My fucking, my little corgi's got the harness on with AKs mounted on
Yep.
each side.
dude, I could probably kit Bailey and Echo out with some small arms, dude.
Yes, sir.
But the manufactured consensus thing was really cool to me because I was digging into, I was reading about it, and it's like a feeling that without having a word for it, you can't really like place it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
without having like the phrase manufactured consensus, you can't like frame it in a way that you could explain it to someone. The word psyop is a great
Psyop, or,
psyop
like
has always
social
been
engineering.
Yeah, social
but
engineering.
those are really generalized.
Those are very
for-
like a psyop is usually it's a what's the word I'm looking for here?
it's more like related to like a coup.
Yeah,
kinda.
I was thinking like it pushes like I want to say motive, a narrative. It pushes
It
a
does push
narrative where like it's not everyone around you telling you that's the case. It's the TV telling you that's the case. It's
Right.
music telling you that's the case. It's art.
Fucking
It's
Russian psyop, Chinese psyop.
using big events to like sell an idea that something happened.
Right.
Versus like manufactured consensus is like they just need like those first few people to fall in line with the idea, and then they'll kind of take the workload on of like selling that off to the masses, like convincing Taylor Swift to come out and
It's almost like the Mandela effect.
yes exactly. I think it has like that same function to it. Did you guys see, by the way, that Let me see if it was on Twitter. It was either on
That's funny,
Twitter
I
or
didn't think
Truth
about that.
Social. I think Donald Trump posted on Truth Social like a few hours before he got shot, just in all caps. He just says, "I hate Taylor Swift." Let me see if I could pull it up.
Taylor Swift
Um,
fans didn't take that lightly.
Yeah, here we go. Justin Trump, "I hate Taylor Swift," all caps. And then a few hours later, he gets shot at. Bro, that might have been a Swiftie. Yo.
Coincidence?
Yo.
I think not.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we got the news earlier, but we didn't really have. Dude, that would be like. They must know when we record this podcast because something always happens an hour before you guys. Like, you guys arrive to my house and I'm like, boys, I need to fill you in on what I've been seeing online.
All right, world
They hit the
update.
fucking Pentagon.
World update. Tyler and
Yeah.
Gavin are on the way to Nathan's.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time they're driving here, I go on Twitter, I see something crazy, and I'm like,
They hopped in the vehicles.
they
They're on
bless
their
us
way.
again.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
some footage
Swifties
of it.
turn Proud Boys.
Oh, this is
Oh.
Ryan Routh, the suspect in today's Trump assassination attempt. Yo, you know who this guy kind of looks like, Tyler? The electrician.
Ew, why am I looking at a face with this?
He's got a. We got an
Dude's
electrician
got a
that comes.
face in his stomach.
Yeah, that was. I don't like that. That's discomfort. That's body horror right there. That's what's that manga guy? Junji Ito? Is that his name? The guy who made
Oh fuck! Ah,
is it
shit.
Junji
Yeah.
Ito? What's the fuck?
Yo, I'm blanking on his name. I know who you're talking about though. The crazy.
He makes like the
psychedelic
yeah
shit that people.
yeah
use
Junji Ito.
Yeah, with that horror shit. Damn, he got really popular by the way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Shiver. He made
Favorite.
Shiver. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Or like the one about the hole in the wall. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where the like
I
the
don't
hole.
think I know that one.
The guy says something about like the hole is
He has
like
a
my
bunch of
size.
series now.
Uzumaki, that's another one. I have Uzumaki. I did buy that book. Smashed. Tomi, that's another one. Yanomu. So yeah, that's like that dude's body is like Junji Ito, like body horror. That photo is weird.
Jesus Christ.
Or like some weird like Elden Ring or like Dark Souls like
Oh my
or
god.
Bloodborne.
yeah.
Bloodborne for sure.
Ew.
Bloodborne is has some cool body horror. But back to the topic of the manufactured consensus.
They're just laughing how off topic we get. So
Yeah,
quick,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
They
I'm
just-
sorry.
Nathan and I just derail like
I got a-
extremely
I got a
quickly.
belly full of mac and cheese and fried chicken. I'm sorry, folks.
So
Lightning
so,
thoughts go crazy.
we're talking about manufactured consensus and how that ties into what has been going on recently, specifically when it comes to Kamala and her
Yeah.
her backing and funding, and it just kind of shows what might actually be going on because
It
like I said
also-
earlier, like there's probably a lot of people questioning how it turned like this.
But you're really like, it's not cool to question that. Like, it is not taken lightly when you try to say something about it.
Yeah.
I was.
It's not so it's not acceptable. It's not like people look at you funny. Like even some family members that like
Yeah.
accept you for who you are. If you were to be like, oh yeah, isn't it weird how Kamala got all this funding and backing out of nowhere, and then you just kind of get this weird look.
Yeah,
like,
because it's
okay.
with certain people that I'm around, I can like joke about. Like I don't, I'm pretty apolitical. You know, I don't. Donald Trump's funny to me, but he doesn't really offer me.
I'd rather have 4 years of memes than 4 years of possibly getting drafted.
See,
Yeah.
I get that idea, but like for me, it's always the step before that, which is like, why do I have to like choose rather this, rather that type deal?
Well, like,
And it's a lot of people like a lot of people have this feeling, and I get it too, because I'm not gonna say like politics. Like I think politics runs in cycles. You know, you have like moments of obviously we're in the shit right now, but every election is the most important election of your life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every year, every election cycle, it's framed that way for you.
that's true.
Yeah, they gotta. It's like
And
coming
also,
out with a movie and
this
not
is-
making a trailer.
This is going to be 12, after this next election cycle, whether or not Donald Trump wins, this is 12 years of Trump, Like, that's 12 years. And Like Barack Obama didn't get that. It's Barack Obama didn't get that. I think what was Bill when was
Trump didn't even have to run this year. They'd still be talking about him.
No, definitely. I get that. Like if he didn't run, they would still be wanting to talk about him. But like what, it was Bill Clinton, George Bush, Jr. Is he a junior? Yeah, George Bush Jr. And then Obama again, Trump, Biden. Yeah, here we are. So like we've only seen like George Bush he was reelected.
Oh yeah, George.
Yeah, he was reelected.
Junior, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Bush.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
I think people just call him George Bush, and then they just refer to Bush Senior as Bush Senior. I don't think I've ever heard George Bush Jr.
Bush Senior, the most racist.
Dude, Bush Senior. That's a great rabbit hole to go down. Definitely started the CIA. Definitely was involved with the assassination of JFK. Definitely helped a lot of three-letter agencies gain their roots into our governmental system.
Don't forget about Israel.
An absolute character, an absolute guy. My favorite video of him is the video of him. I think they were at the Astros game, and they have him do the first pitch, and he's like decrepit in this wheelchair, and they just like have a camera on him, and he's like mouth open, like. Like he just holds the ball up like this. He's like falling apart in a wheelchair. He looks like he has the suds like from SpongeBob. Like it's full fucking. Yeah. He has like the geezer face. Like it looks like he's like in a race car. Like the skin is falling to the back of his head while he's holding his head up. But we haven't seen, this stretch of. Like I said, it's going to be 12 years of Trump versus we got 8 years of Obama. We got, and obviously after they leave their presidency, like they're still talked about, but like this is it. Like this is it. Like we are just, you turn on the news and it's just talks about like Donald Trump he's the number one talked about guy in the world. Easily.
It's crazy.
Entirely.
The social construct is going crazy too. Like, what happened to those influential people telling like certain communities, or like as many communities as they can, like question everything. The power lies within the people.
What happened to that?
Yeah, being a healthy skeptic.
I got an answer for you.
Being a healthy skeptic. Yeah.
Kamala got billions of dollars out of nowhere. Money just appeared with magic, and she started sending influencers and everybody else money to attend stuff and post stuff on social media.
Definitely that before, but like I feel like it was definitely like 2016 Trump Hillary.
Yeah. Yes.
Like Trump Hillary was like the absolute like max of like, even with how bad we think it is now, we only think it's this bad because we're being told it's this bad. And dude, in 2016, I feel like every single week there was like a fucking brawl in the streets with Antifa and Proud Boys and like Patriot Front. Like every week there was something going on.
There still is that shit
with like riots and peaceful protests, quote unquote.
There was just riots 2 weeks ago.
No, yeah, sure, but like that's old news. 2 weeks is old news. You know what I mean?
It
like
didn't even get shown.
It's just it cycles in, cycles out, cycles in, cycles out. Like we're running at such a quick pace right now. We need new shit to talk about. Like
faster than it's.
We need more info on this situation. We need like everything's happening. So like we have a day of news.
Every 3 days, something else needs to get recorded and posted.
Exactly.
For YouTube
Exactly.
Just to show people the truth, or
like the discourse behind the like with the debate, like
the new world star.
With the debate, there was they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and blah blah blah, that whole thing, and Kamala Harris got to do that fucking god awful laugh, and he's crazy, he's so crazy, he's
Let's
talking
move
so crazy.
forward.
Let's move forward.
Let's move forward.
Yeah, that whole thing, and like the initial discourse was like, wow, isn't Donald Trump so crazy? And then the second that happened, it was like, boom, like. Here's a video of a body cam footage of a chick eating a cat. I just saw a fucking video this morning of someone like recording someone's backyard with their grill open, and there's a fucking cat on the grill, like feet up, like not even like cut up, like they were. It's
crazy.
Obviously it's the idea of like, oh, you killed a cat and you're gonna like cut it into like sections to eat it. Obviously that's disgusting in its own right, but they just threw that bitch on the grill, like fucking. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the picture, but there's like this picture of this like food stall in China where there's a bunch of fucking dogs that were grilled,
I
and they're like hanging like 20 fucking, like, you know, when you go, I don't know if you guys have ever been
pigs.
in a city that has like Chinatown, but they have like the roasted ducks out, like just hanging
So
up,
hanging
and so, like
there,
you can see them all hanging
Yeah.
up. I was looking at like that, and it looks like that on the grill. Like that's exactly what it looked like. Like just put it, it's meat. It needs to get hot so we can eat it, like that. And the discourse behind that shit has been so crazy. Like I feel like we've been getting bombarded with psyops. Like I still don't even know exactly what happened in Aurora, Colorado. You know,
Honestly, same. Yeah.
the whole Venezuelan gang thing. Oh, it turns out it was actually a slumlord, and the apartments were getting condemned. But then I saw like the footage of those guys, like the Ring doorbell footage of the dude holding the rifle.
Didn't even kick the door down. They just opened it.
TikTokers. I saw TikTokers like talking about it weeks before. Like the original video was this I don't remember. I don't know if I followed him on TikTok or not, but it was like this black dude, and he was like in his car. This was like 3 weeks before like the news was really even getting into it, and he was like, "What's going on in Aurora?" Blah blah blah. He was talking about it, and then like the cycle was going for a couple more weeks, and then I saw another TikTok by that same guy talking about it again, being like, "Man, he's like, it's getting worse, and like our governor still hasn't acknowledged it." He's like, "Man, I'm real," and this was like a dude like in the hood. Like he's like, I gotta roll around strapped anywhere I go now. He's like, I don't even got ops, but like everything's going crazy outside. He's like, there's this whole fucking apartment complex, blah 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 blah. They're charging people rent, and I was like, damn, this shit's still happening. I forgot about it. It reminded me of it, and then the news finally comes out and says that's not what's happening. And then it was like, oh, the Hell's Angels are pulling up. Didn't see shit about that.
Yeah. Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I know Tyler.
About
that guy Tyler Oliveira, the one that made that YouTube video about the Ohio stuff, where he was going to Ohio.
Yeah.
And he was talking to the people there, and he's talking to that like couple, and then like as they're talking about it, they're like, how are they getting like licenses? And they turn around, there's like the Haitian dude in the fucking minivan like flying past. Like he's like, there they fuck. He's like, he just hit the curb, like literally as we're doing this interview. I'm seeing nothing but car accidents on like Twitter, like, oh, here you go, another Haitian immigrant crashed their car into they crashed their car into something funny. I forgot what it was. I don't think it was a Cane's. It was like a restaurant like that, like not your average.
King?
Yeah, it was. I was like, damn. Like straight at the drive-thru too, like straight at the window, like.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. But like, you're still not given like the green light on what is exactly going on here. It's like Fox is gonna still be pushing like this is what's happening, this is what's happening, this is what's and obviously in this instance, Fox is right about it. But I'm not relying on them to give me the honest truth every single time on this particular topic. But meanwhile, like, you got MSNBC and fucking CNN sitting here saying that it's not happening at all. This is derangement. This is pure derangement. Like mass psychosis. It's just.
I just don't understand how it's so easy for people to just go and be like, "Oh, yep, Trump's crazy."
Drink the Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like no research is done.
It's like social construct. It's part of the social engineering where people don't want to be outcasted or fucking.
It's technology, man. It's fucking us right up our asses.
But meanwhile, like it's everybody's confused. It's just how you take that confusion and how you like digest it.
Right.
You're either gonna lie to yourself and act like everything's okay and everything's fine and
forget about it.
Just, hey man, this is just, hey, look, isn't the world so crazy?
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
I guess a big thing is like mental stability too. Like some people are like, dude, I can't handle this. So everything is okay.
At the same time, you can take it in and you can spaz out because you're not. That's the inverse of it too. Is like you're not allowed to spaz out and say it's not okay. You just gotta like roll. You gotta like keep it to yourself so you don't look like a psychopath when you're at the water cooler. Like you gotta be careful like what you say now to like the most full. You like on what you bring up. Like you can't even be like in the like the generic like water cooler talk, standing at the water cooler. I know no one does that anymore, but like being just around your coworkers and being like, oh yeah, do you see like that video of that chick eating the cat in Ohio, and then they're gonna be like, "Are you fucking serious?" Because like actually, that was actually proven fake by CNN. Talked about it. Jake Tapper made sure to say,
"How dare you talk about?"
Anderson Cooper was saying that video was actually fake, and that footage was actually from 2017, and the woman wasn't even Haitian; she was American, and she was actually on drugs, and she was actually not okay. That's not okay, and it's like,
and then you're
shit.
fired. And
yeah,
you get fired.
It's like, oh shit, what did I just fucking what dog pile shit? Like what pile of dog shit did I just step in? And it's too late. There's a landmine under that pile of dog shit that you stepped in, and now you're sitting in HR. You know, the joke was so funny. HR wanted to hear it themselves.
You got
now
Vans
you're sleeping
on.
in your car.
Yeah.
You got Vans on and knee-high fucking shit.
Yeah. You're knee deep in ankle cut cloth sneakers. Yeah. But like
now you're the tweaker outside. Everybody's looking at funny.
If anything, it does make it to where I don't feel like I have this like pressure to like want to talk about current events, which I'm kind of okay with. To a certain extent, I'm like cool with that.
Dog, it's so exhausting.
It's just like I don't even want to like get into it anymore, and that's perfect. I think it's not okay for like the general conversation, but like for me, it's like I'm dealing with it just fine. There's people that are out there that are like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off about this shit.
Yeah.
You give them even like and this is like definitely for both sides, because there's like pro-Trump people out there. The second they like catch that scent that you don't like totally hate Trump, then they'll just fucking
derail.
They'll just lay it on there. Yeah, they'll just derail and be like, man, isn't so fucking crazy, man. That fucking. And then you have like the hyper left liberal that's just like itching at the lead to say something about like that. They need that. That's their whole identity.
What I hate most is the people that say they're gonna vote for the opposite just to not feel different. Like
yeah, well, it's two people not grounded in their own personalities and who they actually are as a person. It's like I saw like a Twitter thread today where it was a picture of are you familiar with the game Lollipop Chainsaw? You should know about it. The cheerleader with the chainsaw. It's like a zombie game. It's like Dead Rising, kind of.
Yes.
And it was something about how like how she's looked at as badass, but like the straight guy won't. Like the straight guy will look at it and say like he enjoys this game, even though the true thing is you're supposed to like ground your identity in this person. And you can't do that as like the straight white guy alpha male. And like the person responding to that like fucking crazy ass take was like, this is literally proof that like all these people are looking for is like self-insertion representation. Like they need like a fictional, they need a picture of something. They need a visual thing that they can latch onto and be like, dude, this is so me.
Yeah, true. Also, don't forget you're the main character of your own life. So
exactly. Like you don't have to, you don't have to feel represented by every single character in fiction. Otherwise, like, who the fuck are we writing books for? Who the fuck are we making movies for? Like, like like obviously, like if you look at something like Hercules, the character Hercules is supposed to like instill this like idea of like masculinity and like he's like big, muscular, he's the strongest man that ever lived. He's half human, half god. That whole thing. And, like, obviously not everyone can, like, identify with that. But, like, the whole purpose of Hercules is, like, undeniable courage, strength, and, like, heart.
Right.
Like, the hero's story. Anybody should be able to self-insert themselves, not based off of, like, what that character looks like, how they talk, how they sound, how they act. But just, like, the fact, like, how the story is told.
Yeah, it's an easy way to, like, form identity.
Right? Yeah, you don't got to get so lost in that. Like,
yeah.
And, there's, like, the whole, like, Sigma male thing nowadays where, like, this is literally me. And, like, I feel like there's, like, a certain level of parody to that. Like, people are obviously being, like, they're being sarcastic in those ways. They're kind of, but at the same time, like, everybody does this, and it's so weird, like, that you can't ground yourself into just, like, oh, I'm me. This is me. Like, that's... You don't gotta, I'm not, like, waking up every day, like, trying to look for a character I can, like, find myself and then be like, I'll just emulate this guy.
You don't like living like every day's Halloween?
No, I don't.
Why not?
You don't want to be a Disney guy?
I want to live
I can't be in a fairy tale where the world revolves around me.
I'm just trying to be in Margaritaville, dude. I want to.
Nobody else matters.
I want to parrot head out.
Only half past 12.
I want to parrot head out, dude. I want to just chill in a Hawaiian shirt on the sand. I want my ass in the water and my toes in the sand.
With a nice margarita.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
I just want to live life Zach Brown Band style. Like I don't need like media to continue to. They could just stop making stuff, and I'm sure I could go backwards in time and still find stuff to enjoy rather than.
Sounds healthy.
Cross my fingers and hope something new comes out that I'm gonna absolutely love, and I need to like talk about for the next 6 months to a year and make it my personality before I move on. Yeah. Leave that behind as a hollow shell of my once existence and find a new thing to latch onto and suck the life out of.
Yeah. I guess another weird like connection with this is the way that we deal with trauma.
Yeah.
Like we
definitely
don't have a great system for that. And I'm going to be completely honest. It's shot. So a lot of people like just fall into things like that cuz they just cling on.
Well, because you just lean towards
stability.
The two extremes of it, which is ignore it, bottle it up, and don't deal with it. Be a man, yada yada yada, that whole thing. Which I feel like for the most part, like I feel like that's giving way quicker than like the coddling side of it, where it's like you need therapy, medication, you need self-affirming care, like you need affirmation. Affirmation is the most annoying thing to me ever. Yeah. Where it's like you shouldn't, and I get like some people can't become like. They can't become present in their own, like in their self, like in who they are. So they need someone or something to like continually tell them, to affirm it to them. Affirmation is fucking dog shit. You're gonna, like, because like you're trying to tell yourself who you think you should be, and that's not affirming. You're trying to convince yourself you're a good person and you could just be a shitty person.
Right.
And you just gotta face, hey,
I'm a shitty person. Let's get better.
You just gotta face the music, you know what I mean? You just gotta like wake up one day and be like, oh fuck, I kind of suck. I'll start doing this and see if that works. Oh damn, that made me feel. I'm gonna start working out. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better about myself. Yeah. That's pumping chemicals in my body that make me feel good. Ooh, I'm gonna start eating good since I'm already putting in the effort with the gym. I might as well start eating good. Ooh, all of a sudden I feel way better than I actually do.
I'm not a dick to my coworkers.
I'm not sad. I'm just tired all the time because I'm eating fucking garbage, fucking chemical waste. Microplastic, seed oil, fucking junk food.
Crazy?
What?
Microplastics, you just made me lightning thought, but people are born with it now.
Yeah.
They got traces in newborns.
Yeah. Traces in microplastics in newborns.
Wild.
Yeah. Microplastics in newborns. There's microplastics in the in the water that's coming from clouds now. Like it's up in the air.
They did like soil testing.
But we gotta stop straws.
Some weird
the fucking turtles.
Right.
Meanwhile, dude, like all those fucking
Starbucks employees looking at me weird because I asked for a straw with my drink.
Like that fucking cloth mask doesn't end up in the ocean anyways.
Right? Like you're not gonna toss out in the trash. It's gonna land up in a landfill.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking.
Gnarly.
We took one. I think, and I wonder if the plastic straws thing was that maybe that was a psyop. Maybe they thought like we couldn't handle, like the infrastructure couldn't handle the influx of like paper waste we're about to receive, or like rubber gloves, gowns, like removable this, disposable that. Yeah. Like hey man, maybe the infrastructure they're like fuck dude, we got to get rid of like something. What's something we can get rid of like
that
now?
Everybody uses
like quick plastic shit. Straws, packaging, stuff like that.
Oh, they didn't stop packaging.
No, I know. It's crazy, actually, because I've seen things where, like, companies claim, like, it's because, like, plastic is still being, like, I understand the hate on plastics. I get the function of it, but I understand the hate. Simultaneously, when you have, like, the stop oil stuff, it's like...
in all designer clothes, 90% of it is made out of plastic.
I'm not surprised with that. I mean...
That one famous young dude who's making designer clothes right now.
Are you talking about...
I don't
The
even
guy
know
on
who it
TikTok that
is.
like reviews brands,
I think so.
like where
but
people send him clothes and he puts them. Oh fuck, what's that guy's name? I know you're
Oh,
talking
I
about.
know you're talking about too.
Yeah, the
fucking garbage.
the Trackhawk method. He's
Right,
the
is that
guy
what
that
you're
he's
talking
the guy
about?
that like sold a bunch of clothes and then bought a Trackhawk and like a bunch of
No,
people didn't
this
receive
guy,
their clothes.
This guy makes the clothes.
Oh, okay, he like manufactures them
okay.
himself.
Yeah, like he knows because he buys the material to
Mhm.
make the clothes.
Oh, is it the guy that runs the denim factory?
I
Is it
don't
that
know,
guy?
bro. It's some young Indian maybe looking
I, s-
dude.
I saw a guy recently who bought like all the equipment he needed to make like denim himself,
No, this guy's big.
and he was like manufacturing his own denim to start selling to like wholesalers. But I
This
kind of got
guy's
lost in that. Oh, I'm not too sure. But yeah, like definitely like consumerism is on the up and up. But like the same people like Funko Pops do not need to exist.
For real.
That is so much plastic. Like it's
Useless.
it's this
plastic,
idea
bro.
like it's something it's you bought like a thing like
Not
you
making
created
your life easier.
and they created their own demand because like you know Funko Pops was like this thing that was sold as like oh yeah these are like so limited edition collectible blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Now you go to any fucking Ross, any fucking like
They're
they're everywhere. You go to the clearance section in Target right now. There's gonna be 50 Funko Pops on the shelf. Guarantee it.
Oh, can't find the one you want? Hop on Amazon.
Yeah.
Order any of them.
Yeah, literally get on Amazon. They're all still available. There are resellers for Funko Pops, which is crazy. I mean, I could never.
That just goes back to what you were saying about people fucking clinging on and identifying with things.
Yeah. You need like that's a product that was created because like you can't play with it. It's not a toy. It's
Nope.
not like buying like a GI Joe action figure for like
It's like a Gundam.
an 8-year-old kid. Oh, don't go that far.
Well, a Gundam you at least put together.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
customize.
saying Funko Pops were like Gundam.
No.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. I was.
You get it for the same purpose.
Yeah, you
Right.
could. It's like Gundam Legos,
You-
action
You
figures.
buy it, build it, set it up on a shelf to admire it.
Yeah,
This,
exactly.
You buy
put.
it, keep it in the box,
Yeah,
and then put it on.
it's
the
gonna go
shelf.
right there. That's its life cycle.
Like you already bought it. How are you gonna keep it?
Exactly. Yeah. Because I was gonna say with Gundam, like you know,
You can
There's
customize
time.
it however you want.
you got to put it together. You can't just put the box on the shelf
Just
and be
like
like, "Yo,
Legos.
peep this." How sick is that? Right? Right?
That's what I'm
It's
not
just a
allowed to open
cardboard
it.
box.
Look at my pops.
I also get like people are into collectibles, but Funko like with something like Funko Pops, like it's not as like
When the
limited as you
emphasis-
think it is.
Right, right.
They sell it like it's this like significant thing. It's like Beanie Babies.
Oh yeah.
Beanie Babies, totally.
It's a mass-produced thing. Nothing of it is limited
It's
edition.
manufactured consensus.
Dun, dun,
You're being
dun.
told that it's this valuable thing and you need it, and in reality, it's
gonna be valuable.
bro. Like, where are they even gonna go now?
Landfills.
Because like what? Like no, you're gonna donate to Goodwill, and then what? Someone's gonna buy and put it on their shelf again.
And then donate
Or-
to Goodwill.
Or somebody's
Yeah.
gonna still be a collectible and
And
fill
then
a storage
somebody's
unit
gonna
full
throw
of
it away in the garbage.
Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna Storage Wars bid on your storage full of Funko Pops and
They're gonna get
resell
sold on
the
eBay.
plastic
Yeah, they're gonna
back to a
melt,
plastic company.
melt down Funko Pops like jewelry. There's gonna be like we buy. Yeah, in the
Nah,
future
dude,
when
it's not gonna go
in
that
the
far.
future-
It's gonna
in the
end up
future
in
when
the
we-
trash can.
in the future when we run out of petroleum products, like when oil finally runs out on Earth,
We're on the verge of fallout.
we're gonna have like we buy gold type places
But
that
we
just
buy
buy like
plastic.
plastic. You're just gonna see truckloads of fucking Funko Pops coming in.
You go into a convenience store. It's plastic fish hooks.
That's
Literally, like-
crazy, bro.
Like you're just gonna get
No.
you're just gonna get just Funko Pops melted down into more shit to keep us alive for another few to keep humans on Earth for another
Yeah.
you know few
Our
thousand
shoes aren't
years.
gonna be rubber anymore.
Yeah, you're gonna be wearing like Funko Crocs, like injection molded Funko shoes.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm surprised we're not a thing yet. Fucking Funko Crocs.
Funko Crocs.
Dude, you just
Yo, hold on.
we're putting a patent on that.
We got in the podcast, guys. This episode can't make it out. I'm about to make so much fucking money. I'm about to sell to like 2 groups.
We're gonna test out this whole social engineering.
Maybe I
thing.
sell these Funko Crocs. I love that. New episode name already, Funko Crocs.
Fuck.
But yeah, it's
It's all
Gnarly
looping
shit,
around.
dude.
That video came to me last night like a fucking epiphany when I watched it. I was like, oh my god, this is literally
putting me
what's
on, man. That
happening
was
right
awesome.
now.
It's all
I
positive.
definitely suggest checking out the rest of his YouTube videos. He's a little schizo, and he doesn't really edit his videos. Like if you notice, he like was saying something and he like lost it, so he like took a pause for a second, then jumped back in. But his that's the guy that made the TikTok I was showing you guys of the weaponized flash bulbs. That's him.
Oh yeah.
That's that same guy. Yeah,
the one that
where he was
blast
buying those
off.
like South Korean like airplane photography bulbs where he was like, oh, maybe you could use it like in your house, and he shows it like, and he's like, maybe you're being tailgated, and he shows it from like the back of his car. It's just like boof. There's like a flashbang going
didn't
on.
see that
I've
video?
shown you this. I never showed you the TikTok.
I think you showed me at work.
I think I showed you at work. I think I might have just told Gavin about it once. But yeah, he made those TikToks. I think he made another video about how you could buy like the key to like a lot of construction equipment just like on Amazon for $12, like the generic key. He's like, this key could let you into this model years, this, just in case you lost your original key.
That's crazy.
I remember people used to
I
break
wonder-
into traffic signs and mess with them. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ones that like they program to like put out on the street, like Friday through Saturday, Friday
Oh,
through Sunday
really?
construction. You can like get into them and like get to the little punch pad is on the device. So you can like punch out your own message and have it display. Oh. But yeah, where are we at time wise? Hour on the dot. Wow, getting good at this. If we could summarize this episode in a few statements, it's
I feel like at least you and I that
Schizo
went in so
Funko
many
Pops.
fucking directions. right
yeah.
now.
I'm sorry. I feel like every time we get ready to record,
Schizo Funko Crocs.
every time we get ready to record, I'm just like, damn, I need to be on my A game, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just popping potions. I'm popping potions.
Popping potions, keep in motion.
Little caffeine, little nicotine, little
It's make
carbonated
money.
water,
Oh.
little sparkling water, little fried chicken, mac and cheese. But
Yeah, it's crazy, but in the same breath, it's not like what has changed, what's still the same, what's really going on.
yeah, I really I feel like with how mixed up we're all getting lately, like I wonder, is there gonna be like a moment of clarity in the future? Like 10 years from now, we're gonna like look back and be like, oh my god, like what the fuck were we smoking?
True.
Like what were they putting in our water?
I hope so.
Just because I feel like everyone's losing their minds like cohesively, like everyone's at a same, like you're either so rich you don't care, so poor that you're spun
It
out
doesn't matter.
24/7,
Yeah.
or you're just lying to yourself about all of it, and you're just kind of doing
well, you're
your.
so poor you don't even have the capacity.
Yeah.
You're too busy trying to fucking.
You don't have the
I
energy.
don't have the
like
time to care.
Too busy trying to eat.
yeah, like I remember like seeing like all the like protests and stuff like post high school. You know, once I got a job and started working 40 hours a week, I'm like, bro, where the fuck do you have the time to do this? How are you off on a
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon to organize?
Or
like,
everybody, like all the YouTube comments and like Instagram posts, like all of those people who just post
yeah,
or comment on shit all the time.
I question.
Where the fuck are you finding
I-
time to do that
I
shit?
question like people's online existences
Almost-
sometimes.
That's
Like
what
I'll
I'm
see people
saying.
who like run like a pretty like they're not doing it to make money type deal. Like they run like a Twitter account with 50,000 followers and they're always tweeting, and it makes me like think like I think of this person on the other side of their screen like, are they at a job right now? Do they work? Did
Commenting
they-
on
I'll even like think I'm like considering the aspects of it, like maybe these are one of those people that like got rich off Bitcoin. Like they don't have to work anymore. They don't talk about work, which is like okay. I don't want to know like what you're doing precisely, but like
also they're just like shoving their
How are
opinion down
you-
people's throats too.
how do you have the time to be here right now
for real?
talking?
Imagine
It's
if we
like-
were born 10 years earlier and we bought Bitcoin ourselves.
I don't like
Fuck,
thinking that
man.
way. I don't like thinking that way because it's hey, maybe everything has to happen for a reason. maybe I wasn't meant to retire when I was 18 years old, and I had enough money to buy enough Bitcoin to not on the first wave. I'm not talking the AK wave, but that dip made me itching for crypto, and maybe there's a reason why I didn't get it. There's got to be.
Doesn't sound like the healthiest lifestyle.
Obviously, grass is greener on the other side. Like, if you were like, oh shit, dude, if I all of a sudden had $8 million,
if I had that money at that age, I would be dead right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people think to themselves, like, damn, dude, if I would have bought Bitcoin when I was 18, I would have
gone into so many drugs, with so many fast cars.
Bitcoin started to peak.
Motorcycles, I would be.
Yeah.
I would have a heart attack or be splatted on some street.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You'd love to tell yourself now that, like, all you need as an escape is enough money to, like, set up a comfortable small life for yourself. But, like, what does it feel like to all of a sudden be in possession of, like,
a lump sum of money?
Yeah, all the money your family's going to make.
Right.
Like, over the next, like, 2 generations. Like, what if you just had that today?
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, shit, fuck.
What do I do?
Yeah, what do I do? Well, probably don't make the best decisions, you know?
Probably not.
There's a reason you don't got all that money.
I mean, logically,
yeah. And I understand, obviously, there's people out there who, like, did exactly that. Like, they became rich off, like, crypto or trading, you know, like doing, like, options or whatever fucking money-making thing they found. They made their money, and then they set, like, I remember I was, back when me and Gavin were in crypto, there was a guy we were in a group chat with where he was retired off Bitcoin. So, like, he was, like, working until he had enough to, like, not work anymore, not do anything. He bought a sailboat, and he, like, just lived on a sailboat and, like, sailed around everywhere. Sailed the planet. He was just constantly sailing around. Yeah, I get there's people out there that can do that. I just don't think the average person, if they were handed millions of dollars, they would be able to, like, pull that off.
Make it happen.
Yeah. I feel like you got to, like, build up to that plan. You got to have, like, a lot of time investment into it. You got to have, like, a lot of planning into it.
Well, I feel like you've got to do all that shit beforehand. You've got to go through your lows. You got to have some sort of highs. You got to build foundation. Maybe even have a family. You know, you got to find identity and have some sort of healthy lifestyle in order to successfully do what we're saying.
Definitely.
Right now.
No, definitely. Like, it's definitely,
which is, like, not practical for more than 50% of the people that would come across, like, $8 million.
You got to make your mistakes to learn those life lessons,
Definitely.
and that'll form you into a much better person, and probably give you a lot better decision making skills and stuff like that. So it's like maybe it's good that not and also, like, what is everybody, like, was that going to happen to everybody? Obviously not.
All right.
If it happened to me, how many more people could it happen to? And then, like, finding myself in their exact situation, and it's like, oh well. If the liquidity of Bitcoin was, like, that high, then it probably wouldn't have jumped to those prices or whatever.
Yeah. I also love, kind of side note, but driving here on the freeway, the local casino putting up how much people have won in the last month in total. It's like 8 million cashed out in the last month, like an encouragement to go in there.
They'll show, like, photos of people who won, like, 25 grand, 30 grand. Like, you can get, like, a picture of yourself on the board.
Yeah.
Like, they'll flash you on the billboard, and it'll be like, oh, this lady won $35,000 in a slot tournament. Now, keep in mind how slot tournaments work is you keep putting money into the machine until you run out. Like once you're out, and you lose the slot tournament. So it's like, how much money did she spend to get that 35 grand? Also, did she walk out with it? Because I have a strong feeling she didn't. I've seen those people at the casino where they get these huge hand payouts, and then it's like they're sprinting to the next machine. It's like, dude, you gotta just fucking walk away. Like you shouldn't. I mean, I've gone to the casino. I've gambled. Literally, like, the only time I've won money at a casino was, like, the last time I went to the casino. I finally won money for the first time. Every time before that, it was like, spend like $100, $200, walk out with nothing. Colorado, I'd walk out with a Cinnabon. They had a Cinnabon that was open 24/7. That was what I was leaving with.
Hell yeah.
The only time I got money was when I was on a cruise.
Yeah. When you're gambling on a cruise. Yeah.
I've never won gambling. Ever. Like, I've won a hand.
No, yeah, definitely. But, like, you've never, like, walked out after. You've never gone to a casino on Friday and walked out with money on a Sunday.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've never gone in with $100 and come out with $200.
Yeah. It sucks too because I feel
That's
like a lot of
crazy.
the young dudes are getting caught up in the sports gambling. I feel like they're really convinced, like, oh yeah, dude, like, and they do it, and it's like,
worth it.
like
And online gambling.
They're not gonna figure out how much money.
Hop on CS:GO roll, buddy. You're gonna get the same result.
Yeah, Gavin, you've been
Yeah, I found out. I sure
I
fucking did.
told
you got pee smacked.
I sure fucking
Yep.
did.
It happens. Hey, bro, it happened to me too.
You know what we should have done, Gavin? Saved up all our money, bought skins on CS1. They would be double the price right now.
Yeah. Well, I should have just not sold my original fucking Aquamarine and all of that.
True.
All my Manowars.
It'd be up a couple
But
thousand.
yeah, stop all the gambling. Let's
For real.
just-
And I'm doing it because I feel like I'm missing out.
I know it's really annoying too, because you'll hear like those people who are like, "Oh yeah, whenever I have the feeling to go to the casino, I just take that money and I put it into my stock account, and then I track how it did from like a year later." And it's like, yeah, I get that, and I understand like the feeling of like being. I've gone to the casino, I've gambled, I have fun when I do it. But you gotta like really draw that line with yourself. Like, sports gambling is way too easy. Online gambling is way too easy. Getting into like stake and all that stuff, like it's way too easy. You're gonna get sucked in, and
Bro, I've got like we know people who have their credit card information saved on their Google Chrome, bro, and it's 2 clicks.
yeah, it's too. And I
2
think
clicks and they're spinning again.
you load up. Like, yeah, it's that easy of a load up. Like we were talking about on the last episode when we were saying what were we saying? The like when you had $20 when you were like 13, and it was like, oh dude, I got Polar Pop. I get this many Polar Pops. This many like you had the money in your hand. You see it. You know how it's gonna go. When you hand it over and it comes back in change, you know how much you have left. With your debit card, dude, you don't look at your. I know you can look at your bank account after every transaction, but you don't.
You don't.
So it's like you go through a couple of things and you open up your bank account a few days later and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you look through your statement.
Spend $600 instead of.
You do it every time. You look through your
100.
statement like, there's no way I spent that much.
Yeah.
And then you start to see, oh fuck, I forget, dude. That costs fucking money, dude. Oh fuck, dude. My fucking subscription service came out. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That thing on autopay came out. Like fuck. I think gambling, like sports gambling, is going to compound that, and it's only getting more accessible. I think we're going to see like some weird stuff happening with sports gambling soon. That's going to be like, because it's kind of no one's really talking about it right now. It exists now, and everything's swimming. You know, sports is doing better. Sports is doing better because of
nobody's
it.
talking about it because everybody's sponsored to promote it.
Yeah, definitely. Every podcast does a ad read for Prize Picks.
If
Every
some-
podcast
if
does
some is that-
DraftKings, Caesar Sportsbook.
If something's that advertised, like Funk Pops,
Yeah.
it's probably not that good.
Yeah, if you see it, if they got to tell you about it that much,
Probably
they
not
have
that-
to tell you about it that much. It's probably not
Probably not that
beneficial
good.
for you.
It's crazy.
Just like the Chase thing.
What's that?
All the
Oh,
people
the
thinking
Chase money
that-
glitch
Yeah,
thing?
thinking it was a glitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they're
a-
just committing check fraud.
The
Like,
fucking
It's
money
100%
glitch.
from
Yeah, I seen
either-
somebody. They're
either
like,
somebody-
that's a felony.
Yeah.
You're going to prison.
yeah,
It's not a money glitch.
there's not.
Fucking
It's not.
idiots.
This isn't GTA 5 online.
either
This is not a
somebody
video game.
somebody came out with a meme video and just got hella people to go and commit a felony, or it's from
No,
them not teaching us.
I'm telling you,
in
it's
school.
definitely a part of that like scammer internet side
Yeah,
thing
the
where it's like
shiesty
the
fucking-
method.
Yeah,
Let
the
me show y'all the
Yeah,
method
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
The shiesty fucking boosting.
Yeah, boosting,
the
swiping.
the quick cash.
I
shit.
get those TikToks.
You're going to prison. You're getting raped. This is real life, not a fucking video game.
Hey, dude, even if it worked, fast money goes fast. That money would have
Come
been
on,
fucking
gang.
gone.
Come on, gang.
Come on, gang.
Be smarter than that.
But yeah, I can't believe that like I still can't believe that was like a thing.
I hope they come out with like some stat of like how many
I
people
need to
did
know.
it.
I need to know at the end of the year like who fell for it, how many people, how much money.
You know how many
Like, it's a
TikToks I've seen
crazy
of-
number.
Of like bank tellers on the phone at their houses just arguing with people on the phone.
Yeah, like the remote workers.
You know how
Like,
many you know how many people just post those videos? There's got to be like 500,000 people that tried doing it.
It's insane.
It had to have been a significant amount of people because like I saw a picture, or a
Especially when it
video.
gets trendy on TikTok.
Yeah.
What? What?
No, definitely. Like I saw a video of someone driving through like a little city. Like it looked like a small town type environment. Like the blocks, like the buildings weren't very tall. The blocks weren't that big. But But they're driving past like their local Chase, and there was like a line in the building all the way out the door around the corner, like
In and Out and Cane's just
yeah,
opened up in
it looked like
Crazy,
it looked
dude.
like
Or they're waiting for the midnight release for COD.
Yes, it looked like
Fucking
a lineup.
insane.
It looked like a lineup at like a concert or something,
Guys,
like waiting to get into a music
The first
venue.
Cane's just opened up in Colorado. Come on.
It was crazy, like the little small town fucking.
You guys here for the money glitch?
Yeah. Well, I think they were people.
I saw the TikTok from blah, 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 blah.
I think the people were going in. Dude, that's that's crazy. And
Freak Bob told me about it.
Yeah, Freak Bob. John Pig sent me the method. He sent me the Telegram link to the method. It's called the Chase Money Glitch. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't know. I just seen this guy in a shiesty mask on TikTok. He told me to do it, and it works.
I think
I'm here.
I think the TikTok brain rot might be the biggest psyop of them all. By the way, because like, holy fuck, what are we like? What are we just? We just said fucking Freak Bob John Pig. Fucking.
My biggest realization of that being true is Tyler Padilla hopping in the Discord and telling me and Gavin that TikTok got us.
Oh yeah, where you guys?
Yeah, like I'm not letting the Chinese saps get me.
He's like, they're already in your guys' brains.
Mm-hmm. They're already in.
Oh, is he like a no
Just-
TikTok guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's never
Okay.
downloaded it.
Yeah, I prefer my information is stolen and sold by American companies like Facebook and Instagram. I'm not gonna let the Chinese do that. You kidding me, dude? I like my information American, bought and sold.
Yeah. Tell me the fucking difference.
Yeah,
Please.
it's but like I feel like brain rot was like
easier to consume on TikTok. That's for sure.
I feel like brain rot obviously gets people to like be on their phones and shit, but I also think of it as like it's like a meat tenderizer in the scenario. Like it's like fucking, it's like smacking you in the back of the head over and over again until like your brain is fucking mush.
Yeah. We'll
And
just
then you
clarify
can,
real
like-
quick. We're talking about all this stuff like
Everything, all of it.
We're also subjected to.
Yeah,
this
no,
shit.
I'm in the trenches.
And we
with
fall
it.
victim.
I'm
to
I'm a boots on the ground reporter when it comes to this stuff. Like yes, no,
We're in the trenches.
Front line.
It's microdosing like a lobotomy. Like
Yeah. Yes.
like it's just
Oh
making
my
your
God.
brain matter
It's
a
like,
little bit
what's the
softer
fucking
and a
name?
little bit softer and a little bit softer, so that way like in a year from now
Straight out the boys.
you'll just
Sister
fucking
Sage.
see something, and you'll see something like a year later, and you got fucking drool coming out of the side of your mouth, and
It's like a
You're just like-
hepatitis from
yeah, you're just
TikTok.
like yeah. Yeah,
The
like
brain
literally,
rot
like
comes
you just
back in PTSD form.
everything is just so much easier to take in
Yeah.
after that. Like
There's this hepatitis. You guys.
yeah, hepatitis BA4 or whatever that guy.
He spoofs on
The YouTube Shorts users
in 10 years.
Yeah,
He's in a diaper, shitting himself.
Yeah.
drooling.
that's. I feel like that's what they're doing. to your-
toilet.
They're doing that to your brain.
Yep, that is actually definitely what's
Because they
happening.
tried to, who was it? Some late night host had a skibbity toilet video made for Biden,
Oh hell no!
Joe Biden. I think it was called Skibbity Biden. It was fucking. It was like. It was scary. Like it was actually scary.
You just saying that those creepy president videos on
Yes,
YouTube.
no, that's the same
with
vibe it gave
the
me.
scary
the
armies.
trippy video.
Yeah.
Watch this while you're high trip. That video with like the Barack Obama and the George Bush and like their
Yes.
heads are changed. Like it's like changing.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
yeah. The AI shit, right?
It's not AI. This
It's
is
not?
this is an old
Oh.
video. It's
Oh,
like 2013.
It looks more like claymation than
Yeah, it's
anything.
just
No,
it's
it
very
was-
jarring.
Yeah, where
very
it kind of like
jarring video.
fades into different weird
He's
shit.
in the
no?
classroom.
I can't.
But then it like fades and he's like,
He starts to go in like, wow.
yeah. And every time the bell
You guys will have to
rings, he
send
like
this to
does like
me.
a different like ding,
Oh, we were watching it
ding.
Yeah, I
before
don't
we
think I know
leave.
what you're talking
Changes
about.
from like
I'm thinking about the thing where everything blends into each other.
yeah, no, it wasn't that. It was this was
know what I'm
made
talking about?
like someone animated. Someone sat down and
This is
animated
this is like
Oh, okay.
there's a story.
Yeah.
This is definitely what I'm talking about. Is definitely AI generated shit where like everything blends into each other.
No, this is like 2014. Somebody made like you're looking up trippy videos.
You just
on
type in
YouTube.
trippy
Oh,
video on
okay.
YouTube and it brings it. Like someone put it on.
Yeah,
Someone
Yeah.
put it on one time at a house we were at, and
Jordan Langston's.
we were all way too fucked
Good
up for it,
God.
and It was just it was scary.
Like 2 a.m.
I was trying to play Black Ops 3 with Braden. Me and Braden were trying to run a Black Ops 3 multiplayer in the middle of the party. Like this was like a full on like kick. Like there's
in the living room.
Bro, there's girls around like, and me and Braden are like crisscross applesauce on the floor. Like, all right, I'm going to be right now. I'm pushing. Yep. Hey, be careful. He has ult. Like we're like sitting next to each other. Like everything's just happening around us at this point.
I'm hanging with y'all.
But yeah, it was.
And then we hopped on Fortnite.
Yeah, it was just like I like with the brain rot, like it's making it just slightly easier for you to like let your guard down and like let that fall into your algorithm. It's making it's making you dumber.
I wonder how far
making you dumber slowly.
I wonder how far brain rot goes back, because like
we did talk about it that one time.
Yeah, like all the way back to like YouTube poop, like 2009, 2010.
I mean, even further than that, but it was just in like different.
Even before that, it was.
They probably had brain
You're
rot
the man
in the
now,
newspaper,
like,
bro.
Right? Yeah. Those little cartoon shits. Or,
like YTMNDs, You're the Man Now, dog, where they'd make those websites where like it would just be like this is old, like old internet, like something awful era internet. Like you'd make these like joke websites where you'd put up like a funny picture, it would have like a sound that would play. And it would just repeat it over and over again. It was just like funny. It was just there were stupid websites.
Right.
Like I don't know. I wasn't old enough to really like understand it. Like I remember my uncles are like older people around me talking about it and me not really getting it, like grasping it. But like that era where it's like it means nothing. It's just funny for the sake of funny, or like weird for the sake of weird. Like it's brain dead.
Yeah, that's the definition of brain rot, right? Just like
I think with brain rot, it's like the repetition's very important. I think the repetition of it is like what makes it classified as brain rot. Like
because like brain dead is a lot easier to identify. You know, like you're watching it and you're like,
you're saying nonsense.
Yeah.
Like
brain rot. Yeah. Okay. The repetition.
Kids are like sitting there like reiterating it to each other. Like skibbity toilet and
over
fucking
and over and then the next one.
Yeah. But it's weird. It's so they so like they played like the Skibbity Biden video on like their like late night show, probably expecting like a laugh, and like the crowd was so like it's like they were laughing with question marks. You know what I mean? Like they didn't really want to laugh. Yeah, it's like scared laughter.
They even
like,
put the lights on that say laugh.
Yeah. please clap. But yeah, that kind of stuff, and I think it's I think that's why it's so important to like find your like niche, even if it's like something dumb, like finding something to like get into on the internet that's like wholesome, like in like the outdoor like YouTube content or like cooking, or like finding something that's not just slop,
right?
To like watch is way better. It's not good per se, but like it's entertainment. Like I don't watch TV, I just watch YouTube channels, or I watch like documentaries, or
gotta find your brain rot.
Find my occasional TV series or movie series to throw on, but I'm not watching like cable TV. No, I don't think I'm watching any shows really that are like coming out as we speak. New Lord of the Rings, I'm probably not going to watch that, but I did just see that the studio that did Ghost in the Shell, not the live action one with Scarlett Johansson, like the original anime Ghost in the Shell. That same studio is working with Peter Jackson to make a Lord of the Rings anime movie, and it looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Versus like Rings of Power, like that Amazon Lord of the Rings show.
Independent?
Well, it's made by the anime studio, and Peter Jackson is directing it or writing it.
Was it like based on what's already?
I think it's like 100 years before. I don't think it's based on Rings of Power. I think
Okay.
it's disconnected from that because Rings of Power is like a few thousand years before.
Gotcha.
Or maybe it's like 1,000 years before. This is supposed to 100 years before something. I don't remember. I just saw it and got pumped because it just looked cool. You know, it just had that look to it that I see that and I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna be some fucking garbage that someone's writing. It doesn't seem like it's trying to insert anything into the Lord of the Rings. You know, it's not. You know, everything has that look now. Like it has that
It ain't no
feeling. I haven't watched it yet, but maybe I hope it's not.
What do you mean?
Like Acolyte, Star Wars: The Acolyte,
Lord
of the Rings, Rings of Power, season 1 was, or okay, fine, House of Dragons.
Okay, or
You get what I'm
Ratatouille
saying?
2, or
Huh?
like Ratatouille 2.
There's
or
a Ratatouille 2.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming out with a sequel.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Fucking
And
hell,
what else?
dude.
I just saw. I saw 3 movie trailers that were sequels to original movies that came out
Yesterday?
in the early 2000s.
Steven Spielberg's gonna be making a new Goonies thing.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
Can
Why?
we get some new shit? Nothing.
Give me some new shit.
Fucking.
They don't have anything new, bro.
I think they're out of ideas.
There's no more ideas.
And the 30th Santa Claus movie.
What?
Like, yeah, it's called like Red something.
Well, there's a Santa Claus show. You're talking about the Santa Claus?
No, it's a new movie with The Rock and
Jesus Christ.
fucking the Deadpool dude, right? Shit. Sorry, I'm really bad with actors and
He's a tooth
Ryan Reynolds?
fairy. He's
You talking about Ryan Reynolds?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's
yeah,
not
man.
good.
It pissed me off, and
That's
I
not
didn't even
good.
get to talk about it, but I saw fucking Pfizer. The first thing I sit down and see is, well, I'm not watching previews for movies half the time. I'm watching fucking ads and commercials in the
For
goddamn
products
movie
and
theaters.
stuff.
Goddamn seasonal COVID vaccine commercial from Pfizer in the goddamn movie theater. It's
How are they
fucking
still
insane.
doing that when they
And-
literally
and-
prove that it's fake?
And you know, my 10-year-old fucking brother says, "That's weird. I didn't really know it was that big of a thing anymore."
No way.
What?
What? Bro, I told you he's too based. He's too based for this realm.
Fucking insane, dude.
Your
He's
brother's the only real one in that
Dude,
generation. bro.
yo, he's gang. He's gang for
He
real.
really is gang.
He's gang for real. That's your brother's. His power level is gonna be too high.
Dog, it's scary.
When he's older, he's gonna be too strong.
I can't
It's gonna be
like
9,000
I don't
now.
even chime anymore. I can't contribute.
No.
I'm just gonna
No, you need to let him. You need to let him build himself into.
He's got it from here.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got it from here.
He'll make. He'll make
Dog,
it.
he's-
He'll
I-
make it.
Yeah,
He'll do just fine.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy that even like your younger brother is able to recognize stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because like
How
my
old is he?
siblings are
He's
older.
10.
Dude, he's younger than my sister. That's crazy.
My siblings are, my siblings are older, so they're, tapped in. They see this kind of stuff now. They get the general idea of it. So it's like, I don't have that feeling. And then like all my younger cousins, they're just, I don't know. They're all iPad kids. Like
For real.
we're cooked. The bloodline is cooked. It's looking rough out there for the youngins.
Yeah, man, and it's already rough for us. It's
Yeah.
already rough for our generation. We're talking
Yeah.
about boomers fucking us over. Like, dude, that's just gonna trickle down the fucking fountain. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And although like it might not be our fault, it's just the fucking way the cookie crumbles, right?
The way she goes.
Fucking way she goes.
The
Fucking way she goes. I just watched Bruce Almighty like probably a month ago or something.
I love that movie.
I
Way
seen
the
the
cookie
movie.
crumbles.
And that's the way
Yes.
the cookie crumbles.
And
Here's the
that's
comb.
the way
The
the
code
cookie
goes,
crumbles.
and that's the way the cookie crumbles. But yeah, no, like it's obviously everything's just gonna get harder. But in the same vein, I don't want to be like fucking doomer, fucking black pilled on that garbage shit. Like everyone, I feel like that's kind of also why so many people are like falling into like the internet trap where they're getting
Right.
sucked into their phone.
Smoke and
it's
mirrors, bro.
it's like there's nothing out here for us, so I can
Get
just
away
stay
from
in
bad
here.
screen, go to good screen.
Yeah.
Yep. Smoke and mirrors.
So like I think in the same vein of that, like you should be focusing on yourself now more than ever. You need to be building yourself like a fucking piece by piece. You gotta like find those things to integrate
Protect your
into your
peace.
lifestyle that will make you a better person and
Protect your fucking peace.
make things better for yourself. Don't
And-
focus on everyone else. I think that's why
Yeah. Don't rely on people and products to fucking make you
It's-
happy, man.
it's okay to be
You gotta
self
find that
like
in yourself.
when I say selfish, like just really worrying about like yourself and like those
I
immediate
don't know. I'm kind of mixed on that statement.
what being selfish.
I feel like that's kind of what started this whole
Well, what I mean
You
by
think
being
so?
this
selfish,
whole thing we've been talking about.
when I say being selfish though, I mean that in terms of like just look out for you and yours. Like
Yeah.
but
but
you
Isn't
can't.
that how it started in 2012 to 2020?
I mean,
Focus on yourself, build yourself up, do this. Only worry about yourself. That now people think they're the main character, and that now
definitely.
this is where we're at.
But you are the main character in your life, not in our
The
lives. You're the main character in your life.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Like you should be worrying about you. And then you need like don't just stop at you, obviously. Like the
Still
people around you,
treat- yeah,
your close
still
friends,
treat
your close
with-
family is like
treat people how you want to be treated.
you don't have to become that investor in other people's lives. You don't really have to.
For real.
You know,
Show
like you don't.
respect.
You can see what the dumb shit your coworker does and just be like, wow, that guy's a fucking idiot, and then you move on. You don't want to be in bed at 9:00 at night.
That fucking
Laying there, fucking motherfucker. I'll fucking see him tomorrow, motherfucker. I'm so fucking mad. He had the fucking balls to fucking show me shit.
Or the other way around, where you're obsessing over something
Yeah.
or someone.
Mm-hmm. Finding that celebrity, finding that
That's what I'm saying.
that person that you're gonna put on your pedestal and be like, they can do no wrong. They just don't become that invested. Just be like, yo, dude,
Absolutely.
that guy. You know why I like that guy? He makes cool movies. I don't be like, you know why I like him? Because in 2011 he fucking was at this event. It's like the Keanu Reeves shit. Like, here's a photo of Keanu Reeves. I'm sure Keanu Reeves is a good guy. I'm sure he's really cool. I'm sure he's
Fucking
nice.
saved my life.
But like, Keanu Reeves in fucking that one movie, like he honestly like gave me like a new will to live. Like he's just so wholesome, and he's so nice. It's like, dude, why can't you be the wholesome, nice person in your life?
In your life.
In your life, Why do you have to like see someone else do it and be like, good to know
Also
that
the-
still exists?
Yeah, the flip side is like you're your worst critic, right?
Yes.
So-
And you should be. Like you should be critical of yourself. That you don't want to become. You don't want to stop moving. You got to keep moving.
Yeah.
You gotta
Checks and balance in your own life.
You gotta recognize if something's not going the way you want it to, and be like, oh shit, I gotta fucking, like I said, like with the whole like, oh, I go to the gym now, I feel better. I eat better, and now I feel better. Like, there's layers to the shit.
Layers.
But it looks like we're tapping out at about an hour 30 on the dot.
All right, y'all.
I feel like we covered a decent chunk today. So with that,
Good
we'll
talks.
leave
Good
it with
talks.
that. Also, we're going to be on like a little hiatus. Well, episodes are going to come out on time for the next 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
we're going to be on a recording hiatus. And we thinking maybe we drop another topic-based podcast next week. Or not next week, the next time we sit down and record.
Yeah, sounds good.
I say we got some hard paper topics now. We got stuff on paper that we're going to be able to skim through and see if maybe one of them catches our eye and we want to start talking about those. And we'll
It's
start
cooling down too, so
Yeah.
we'll start our camping.
the weather changing is gonna make it a lot easier. So, all right, y'all. It's been another episode of Camp Cozy.
Thank y'all.
Y'all.
Peace.
Doses.